Hello there, and welcome to day number 53, I believe, on the road to 2000 Elo Rapid Series. We're playing with the black pieces against somebody who's below 1700, so we'll have a big impact on our rating if we lose, and hopefully that's not going to happen. We'll try our best not to make that happen. So we're playing e4 and then e5. Um, Also, I'm very, very close to 1800. I plan on maybe making a video detailing exactly what changes I made to my game that helped me get from 1600 to 1800. If that's something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm thinking that when I hit 500 subscribers on the channel is when I will do the video detailing exactly how I got to that point. So let me know uh, if you want to see that video in the comments, and please do subscribe. It would be great if you did. Okay, we're playing the Scotch Gambit. All right, the Scotch Gambit. I think Bishop b4 is a move. And Bishop b4, the idea is obviously if c3 takes here, and then probably back, and they have an isolated pawn here. If the knight comes out and the bishop comes out, we can probably just, well, the knight can't come out here. If the bishop comes out, we probably just trade. But bishop b4 feels like it's a move I can throw in there. I mean, I'll throw it in. We'll make our opponent make a decision here. It can't hurt. Okay, and now I'm going to play pawn takes, as I was saying. And if they try to go all in on the attack, I have something like this right away. Discover check. Okay, and here, yeah, I think I'll double the pawns. I mean, not double the pawns, but make an isolated pawn on the c file, which should be a weakness for my opponent, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm considering d6. The moves to calculate are a knight. Actually, also I'm up a pawn, so this is some kind of gambit. I just realized that right now. I could probably play knight here, here, here. Takes here. And lose the pawn back. Actually, no, I wouldn't lose the pawn back because I'd win the pawn at the end of the line. Maybe we go for this. Bishop here's a little annoying, but I'd probably just play this. They'd go here, I'd take, they'd take, and I'd take with the queen. Let's do this. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I also have to calculate bishop takes, and then ideas with this, but then the important thing to realize, oh, well, there's a queen check here, I guess. Takes here, check. Move my king anywhere. Queen check. Here. Okay. This is a line I should know, though. I'll play knight f6 because it feels like it's more fun, but it's scary. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this way. Yeah, okay. I figured that was going to happen. I thought h6 in this case. And okay, well, now they're just sacrificing two entire pawns. I can't imagine that being right. Maybe I can castle first. I wonder if takes. No, takes looks terrible. But it would have been fun if that was a move. Can I go knight here? Maybe it's best for me to do this first. Win another pawn. It's very possible that they choose to sack here. I wouldn't be surprised. In which case, I'd probably have to play very defensively. So here, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and I could probably go knight e7, knight g8, as weird as that looks. But let's go for this. We have an opportunity to win more material. They can't use a pin effectively right away because I have like f5. So yeah, let's do that. They also don't have a pawn attacking my knight, so any piece that could pin. So here I think I have f5. Knight takes e4. They're going to probably try playing queen e2. I'm going to play f5, and I think I'm holding on here. Complicated stuff, though. We're definitely straying away from theory. That's 100% for sure. That is not deniable at this rate. Okay. I might have missed something here. I guess the idea is queen check afterwards. Here, queen check. And I lose my piece back. Okay, gotcha, I see. Do I have something better? Can I move my king in a place where I can't be checked? I think that answer is yes. I don't know if it'll be good for me though. Technically, I don't have to take. This lets them develop their queen and also weaken my king considerably. After it has to move twice, I lose another tempo. I'm wondering if I should play king f8. I think king f8 is the move. King e7 looks like it just blocks in my queen, which is not great. Here, they probably should have to do something about their bishop. They might still play something like this. Um, in which case I can. So here. I'm thinking I'm taking too long. I think I'm taking too long. Let's go for this. Let's go king f8. This might be completely wrong, though. Very possibly. And we're still up a pawn. Important to remember that. There's no mate threats just yet. Although my king is way weaker than my opponent's king. I'm kind of just relying on the fact that there's no imminent sort of threat. My knight's well positioned to block in their knight from coming into the game. I'm going to play here. The check is there. But then if I take, then check, I take the bishop. And I don't have any hanging pieces. I don't see another check really that's good. So let's take the bishop. I could have taken here too, but then the bishop takes, and I like that less. Because that lets the bishop get into the game, threatening the rook. My rook has not much space. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I misevaluated this. No, I didn't. Because I have king takes bishop at the end of the line. So they have to move there. Unless if they play queen check. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad to me. Maybe I'm missing some checking idea here. The queen blocks, and I'm just up a piece, I think. Can play d5 now, so this just helps me. And now we're the ones attacking all of a sudden. Like, their king's not safe. They should castle this move. Probably. Okay, they don't castle. So first we're going to check with the queen, because I want to bring my rook on to e8. Or I can go rook here. Well, actually, I want to defend this pawn. So let's go check. And then we'll go bishop here after the king moves. Oh, wow. I think we still go bishop here, though. Or maybe we can go rook a8 now. Okay, well, they're going to play rook here for sure. So maybe I should go for something like this. It's improving my queen. Anticipating the fact they're going to try to go here onto the e-file. Yep. Okay. Does that scare me? Not really. It's a free pawn. It's another free pawn. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, check again. And we can probably just trade the queens. Or try to. Do I have something better? I have time. I mean, I'm up so much material that I think trading the queens should be fine. It's going to check, I assume. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go, where do I want to go? To go a place where there's no checks. This is getting a little bit risky for me. Here looks like a good move, king g6, because I don't see any checks that are playable without having to trade. Unless if I'm blind. Entirely possible, as usual. And then I'm threatening this, which is a great move. Bishop g4 accomplishes so much. First of all, it wins an exchange. Second of all, it brings my rooks into the game, connects them. And I don't think they can do anything with tempo here against my queen. That's another really good thing about my position. I think my opponent just, unfortunately, didn't realize just how strong my position is. I can even start with rook check here, actually. Rook check, or no, this looks stronger. Bishop g4 looks strong. Rook check, yeah, we'll play bishop. Looks like the better move. Beautiful. All right. Well, really nice, really weird game. Very weird game. Let's take a look at the analysis and see exactly what happened. So this game started with e4, e5, after knight f3, knight c6, and we got the Scotch, which is a d4 here. And not just the Scotch. After I take, my opponent actually went for the Scotch Gambit, so not taking the pawn back and playing bishop c4. As you can see, according to the engine, this is perfectly equal. If you want to play more fun lines, if you want to play Gambits, the Scotch Gambit is a great place to start because it is not dubious at all. This is an opening that has been played at the Grandmaster level, and you are able to find lots of fun ideas with this opening where you have increased initiative in the attack at the expense of a pawn. So, important opening to know with the black pieces for sure, because you might face it quite a bit. And with the white pieces, it's a useful tool to have, and I don't know it very, very well. I played bishop b4, check, which is the best move after c3, d takes c3. And here, my opponent took back with a knight. I took, they took, and black is just very, very slightly better, but minus 0.15 at our level is pretty much just equals. And here I already lose my advantage by going at knight f6. Now the problem with this move apparently is bishop a3, and I didn't realize, and I didn't spot that bishop a3 is such a strong move. The reason why it's good is because it doesn't let you castle, which is the whole point of bringing out the knight. If bishop a3 is played, you have to spend a move probably playing something like d6, and then when you play d6, e5 is a really strong move because you're just not going to be allowed to castle unless if you move this knight out of the way, which looks awful, right? Um, Apparently, the best move is d5 here, just giving up the knight, which is very difficult to play. Very, very difficult to play. You gotta take on c4, they can take this pawn, and now you're equal in material because they win a pawn back. And also they can trade the queens, so you should trade first, obviously. And yeah, this is just bad for black. This is just really bad for black. Very cool opening though. It's a very, very fun opening. Okay, anyways, so wow, wait, that's hard. So apparently, wait, let me just take a look at this. Bishop a3. Apparently the best move in this position is actually knight g4. So you're preventing this e5 pawn push. And you're probably going to have to like delay d6. So you're playing this first because e5 is still possible if you play d6. Then if they play something like h3, then you're playing knight g5, which blunts the pawn. And then after you can probably play d6. So takes. And I was gonna play f4 pretty quickly with white. Apparently it's not. Oh yeah, the bishop's hanging. Sorry. So they like bishop d5, bishop b5. They're going very aggressive here. I would have probably slid back and just maintained this pressure up towards the king side. But interesting stuff. And yeah, bishop b3 is one of the top moves. Okay. Very cool opening though. And so this is already an inaccuracy. And my opponent fails to capitalize. They play bishop g5. I play h3 with tempo. They go back. I play g5. And here I was a little bit worried about knight takes. Apparently it's bad, so I shouldn't have been worried. But bishop g3 is a problem. And this is a mistake, again, an inaccuracy at least. Because my opponent has queen d5. Oh, that's a really nice move, actually. I miss these ideas often. So going for a checkmating attack, that's also a fork. Instead, my opponent went for an indirect way of going at this, where they took with the bishop. And the idea is that if I take back, then you can play queen here. Apparently it doesn't work. Why not? Why is this? Why is this bad? Okay, queen takes. Oh, oh, oh. I didn't think of that. I mean, you can technically still hold on, but like, just play this maybe? No. Queen f6. Wow. Wow. Cool stuff. Yeah, I know. I completely missed that idea. So I didn't take because I was scared, but I should have just calculated a step further. I feel like that's what happens a lot in chess, is that you see the better you get, the more you see tactics on the board, the more you see little tricks in the position. But I think that the better you get, the further down the line you're able to see what those tricks mean for the resulting position. We often think because of the chess.com puzzles we usually play that like a tactic on the board leads to a winning advantage material wise. You tend to either win the game or you tend to win material through your tactics. Sometimes tactics are possible, because, or no, sometimes tactics exist because you end up in a completely winning position, even though material is still balanced or even not in your favor. So just widening the sort of grasp of what it means to try to make a tactic happen can also help with countering those tactics, realizing, hey, this is not a threat. This is not a threat because if I just step out of the way and you take this knight, well, boom, you're going to lose at least a piece. Uh, it looks like you lose a queen here. There's a way to hold on, but you're not going to be able to save this knight. At the end of the line, you have the castle, and then there goes your knight. I can even play d6 here too. It's crazy. A lot of pressure. Very cool stuff. Anyways, um, going back to the game at hand. So I took, they took my pawn. I didn't take, so I lost my advantage again. And here they went a little bit too aggressive. I mean, they could have just castled, kept everything safe. This move, I think, is what let me get back into the game because I took with the knight, I took the bishop with the knight, and here, I think they just failed to consider the fact that they're not going to be able to get away with their bishop. And it was either save their bishop or their rook. They chose to save their rook. Probably best to save the bishop because with the rook at least you're able to trap the knight and win the exchange. Lose an exchange rather than a whole piece. But anyways, I ended up getting a bishop here and playing a couple of decent moves, and I don't think I made any mistakes in the rest of the game. Yeah, that's just smooth sailing from there. And 1794 elo now. 1794. That is cool. I like that. That means we're one game away from 1800. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. When I do hit 1800, I will be making a full-on recap video of what changes I made to my chess and what improvements I made to be able to get 200 elo points in less than 2 months. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That will be tomorrow that we'll find out. So yeah, please do. And thanks for watching. And if you're already subscribed, appreciate you a lot. Please consider liking the video if you enjoyed it and want to see more of it. And yeah, let me know what you thought about the game and what you think about the Scotch Gambit as a whole. It's a really fun opening, but clearly you got to know your stuff because it can go astray. So with that being said, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll be playing my tournament games starting Friday. I'll be streaming those live on Twitch with commentary from some friends who are also streamers. If you want to watch some of my games live, follow me on Twitch, and the link is in the description below, along with my other social media links. And I'll be posting recaps of those games after the tournament is over to this YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that as well. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.